Yo, guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm Underdog Eats, and I watched a Minecraft movie. Yes, I said that I was gonna watch The Phantom of the Opera from 2004, but when I looked it up, the movie was. Oh wait, before we do that, tagline: be there and be square. But back to that. When I looked up the movie, it was 2.5 hours long, and after this, I'm gonna watch Jay and Silent Bob reboot. So I didn't felt like watching 4 hours of movies. So I'm just gonna leave it. I thought for let's watch another movie. I want to watch Footloose. Look for maybe Practical Magic. I saw a Minecraft movie. Yes, that one is still pretty relevant. It just came out 2 months ago, so it's pretty relevant. So let's watch that movie. I've seen the memes, and especially that fucking chicken jockey. I watched Papa Meat's, Meat Canyon Papa Meat's video about the movie, about that whole thing in the theaters and all. And he played that fucking part so many times. That chicken jockey. He played that thing so many times. I start to hate that fucking thing. And I'm glad that it just one sentence in the movie. It didn't came out after that, but dude, what the fuck, man? Why trash the whole fucking theater just because of a chicken jockey? I don't get it. When they did it with the Minions, all dress up as Gru or as Minions. That's fun. That's fun. Not this shit that's trashing the whole fucking theaters. But yeah. At first, I thought I don't know if I would like this movie. I never played Minecraft. I don't know not much about the lore, but I've seen a bit of drunk Minecraft from Markiplier, Bob and Wade. I've seen Eddie VR play Minecraft from the boys. I've seen multiple Minecraft videos. My sister played it also a bit. She also had a book about it, about a bit more of the lore. So I know that there's a mushroom cow that is somewhere there, with those big red mushrooms. So there's a mushroom cow there somewhere. So I know a bit about it, I've seen also about the end, and I know about the nether and all that shit. But I never played it myself. So maybe if the channel is coming to a halt, coming to an end, maybe I'll start a gaming channel and definitely gonna play some Minecraft then, because I never played it and I'm actually kind of curious. Back in the day when it just came out, I was really shitting on it. My stepbrother played it and I was really shitting on the game, because it looked like it was for autistic people. It still looked like that, but hey, now I'm kind of enjoying it. So maybe I'm gonna play some Minecraft then, who knows. But let's just start with the movie, shall we? Because I keep rambling on about the movie, but not even the movie itself. So let's just start with Minecraft, shall we? We hear Steve talk. Obviously Jack Black as Steve. We hear Steve talk, and while the terrain is loading, we see a young boy, a young Steve. A kid with a normal sized pickaxe. That thing is maybe as big as the kid itself. And a little helm on his head, with blue, standing there, with behind him maybe some rock filters, because you have to filter, to get the shit that you need. And I think that those are filters for the rocks, basically. I don't know for sure, I'm not a miner, so not in both ways. I don't do that kind of work, and in age I'm not a miner. I'm 27. almost 30. Anyway, so machine is behind him, and across from him comes a miner, a guy, a miner, who works there in the mine, out of, what do you call it, the shaft, the cave, the mine, and he starts to growl at the kid, and there's a sign next to the opening of the shaft uh, that says, no, absolutely no children allowed. So he starts to growl at bears, and Steve, he turns around. The guy screams at Steve that he has to get the fuck out of there. Well, he has to get out of there and go home or whatever. And then Steve turns around and runs away, calling for his mommy. And we're gonna leave it at that, because if you want to know what's gonna happen next, watch the movie yourself. There are some few things that I like to talk about, obviously. Yes, that first part, what I talked about, for little Steve and the guy coming out of the mine. Like I said, I don't know my lore, but in the game, Steve is from the game, right? It's not just like this one, that he comes from a different dimension and then he goes in, that he get basically isekai, into a different world. Well, that means isekai, but you know what I mean. A person in another world. I didn't expect that, actually, which was kind of funny to see. It made a bit more sense how. Yes, I've seen a bit of the trailer. I don't like trailers to watch, but it was hard to afford. Especially from the meh. What the heck? That part. I knew that part. We also had the actress that plays Stifler's mom. She played Marlene in this movie. That was the principal of school. But it was very fun to see her again. I like her as an actress. But she's mostly known as Stifler's mom from American Pie movies, the American Pie franchise, which is probably also coming to the channel eventually. I know American Pie, so it's not really new to me. But it's coming. Now, shut up. Anyway, and she said that she was an open book. Well, from the American Pie movies, we know that she's open. All right, yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, or when she played in French, the friend from England, a big arse. Yeah, I feel like a complete big arse. Really funny. The sister of the main guy, the main boy, Henry, his sister. How old is she? Because she looks like a minor. And apparently she can drive a car. It's America, so that's different. But she can drive a car. She is the breadwinner of the house, and basically, how old is she? Because she definitely doesn't look older than 18. She looks 16 or 17 or 15. She definitely doesn't look 20 or older. But how old is she in the movie? Because she doesn't look old. That kept me on my mind the whole time. Of how old are you actually? Because you don't look old enough to play his mother, basically. I get it. Caregiver, but you don't look old enough to be that for him. Maybe live with your aunts or grandparents, or you two. It made more sense, But how old is she, And why the fuck did she get fired? That's what I didn't get, Two fucking idiots cut the cord of Henry's jetpack that he made at school, and then, made the demonstration. They cut the cord, and that thing flew, and hit the mascot of the place where she got a presentation. But she didn't know that it was Henry that did it. The thing fell down into the water, and she was let go of the job. Why was she fired? That part I didn't get. What was the reason that she got fired? Was it due to the accident? Because if it was due to the accident, why was she fired? Because she had nothing to do with it. It's kind of, those two fucking dickheads, Also, a bit later in the movie, there was where they first were in the Minecraft world, the overworld. Henry built a castle, kind of a castle, a tower. But suddenly there was a zombie all the way at the top of his building, where they were standing also. How the fuck did that zombie get there? Did it just spawn there? Because, from what we see in the movie, those things come out of the woods now, So how the fuck did that thing come there? Because when he built the castle, whatever tower, he, How the fuck did that zombie got there? Don't know. So yeah, those are my questions, basically. At some point, so overall, I like this movie, It was a fun movie to watch. Also, the very end credit scene. Steve came back to his old house, and there was still a chest on the attic. Hi, I'm Steve. I used to live here. Oh yeah, this is still chest in the attic. Oh sweet. Yes, I'm Dingus. Oh, nice to meet. And that's the end. What the fuck is in the chest? I want to know what's in the chest. Don't leave it like that. What the fuck is in the chest? I just enjoyed this movie a lot, It was a fun movie. I probably would watch it again, yes. Well, there's obviously some lore that doesn't compute with what I know about the Minecraft games. The movie lore that doesn't compute with what I know about the games. But yeah, I enjoyed this movie. So I give this movie a high 4, low 5. Yes, it's not good enough to be a 5 out of 5, but it's definitely up there, It's definitely a very good movie. So go watch the movie yourself, leave likes, recommend to good. Jack Black movie down below in the comment section, or Jason Momoa movie down below in the comment section. Subscribe to the channel, come join the Discord, and see you guys later for Jen and Silent Bob Reboot, the 7th episode of the Twilight Zone, and otherwise I'll see you guys tomorrow for the 8th episode of Twilight Zone. I don't know which movie is coming. Well, I know, but I don't know from the top of my head. So we'll see. So if you don't know which movie is coming tomorrow, subscribe to the channel, because I have no clue at the moment. So yeah, it's gonna be probably a fun movie.